For most of us, we've been athletes at some point in our lives, whether it's school sports, club sports, individual sports, or team sports. And as we get older, the more important it becomes to fuel our bodies correctly so we can reach peak performance. Our coaches help us with this by telling us to eat carbs so we'll have energy. But what are in carbs that are so great? Carbohydrates are essentially a bunch of glucose molecules bonded together by alpha-1 to 4 glycosidic bonds. First, the carb will travel into your mouth, where a chemical called salivary alpha amylase begins to break down some of these alpha-1 to 4 glycosidic bonds. After this, the carb will travel down your esophagus and towards your stomach, where your stomach acids will deactivate the salivary alpha amylase. From there, the carbs will travel to the lumen of your small intestine. Here, the pancreas releases pancreatic alpha amylase to break the rest of the alpha-1 to 4 glycosidic bonds. After this, they travel towards the epithelial cells of the lumen, where they are mixed with many sodium ions. They enter the epithelial cells, and the glucose from there travels into the bloodstream. This provides us energy, but there are also many negative side effects to this process. Eating carbs stimulates lipoprotein lipase production, which is an enzyme that drives fat into our cells. On top of that, insulin is produced, which takes the fat that lipoprotein lipase created and locks it into our cells. But there is a better option that will fuel our brains and our hearts way more efficiently than carbs. Let's think back to some of the first human beings. Our ancestors' diets consisted mostly of fat and hardly any carbs, but they were also able to run down their prey. Instead of glucose, they were receiving a molecule called ketones, which is produced through the consumption of fat. Your heart and brain function 25% more efficiently on ketones than they do on glucose. By replacing your everyday carbs with fat instead, you will be doing your brain and heart a great favor.